Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Many of you are asking about Plug. Let's have a look at it. What have we got? Why is it down? In this brief review, this is not a review of a stock, it's just updating on some news. I'm going to ask you if you wouldn't mind tapping the like button. That's one thing I'd like you to do, but I'm going to share with you some numbers here. The operating income, the profit, the loss. Just a very, very brief review, but we're going to start off with the news. What has happened to Plug? Well, I'm going to say it, and I keep saying the same thing, and I'll repeat myself again. Consistency is key. Honesty is paramount. This stock has been over-manipulated, and people keep making up stories, pushing the stock up, taking it down before it's ready. You all know I was approached, and my channel was attacked by Russian oligarchs trying to influence me to say everything was great with Plug. Plug is a great business. However, because it's power and it's the #1 hydrogen power in the world, many are trying to get control of it. Russian oligarchs have tried to manipulate me with bribes and all kinds of things and all the rest of it. The stock is over manipulated. That's not why it's down though. It's down because of a dilution, a liquidity issue. And we're going to talk about it right now. I'm going to share with you the numbers. But I've been saying for the longest time, and I'll say again, this stock will do well on the next quarter. Not this one, the next one. It's all too early. Everybody overbought it. Everybody overpaid for it. Then they dump it. The business is a great business. And I'm sure that hydrogen is the future. However, it needs more money, and that's exactly what it's done. We do not have a discount. It's not a discount right now. What we do have we have a devaluation. However, looking at the numbers, it does appear that we have, as we always do, specifically on this stock, an overreaction. There's an overreaction. The stock has gone down too much now. However, I would not be buying this now with the current position on its shares for more than $2, at least for now. For the next couple of quarters, not this quarter coming up, and we will cover the earnings, but the next quarter, then fine. Maybe pay more where it is today, and maybe you're happy to do that and wait, but you might need to park your money for a couple of quarters at least. But I would want to be buying it now under $2 with this latest round of dilution. Let me share with you the information, and you can digest it yourself. Plug Power, 200 million stock offering is the latest chapter in liquidity. This is just out, just 15 minutes ago. Thank you, Leah, for my tea. Plug Power stock tumbles as offering prices at a 13% discount. It's not a 13% discount. There is some element of discount, but it's not a 13% discount. The stock is now devalued. It's gone down and overreacted. There's some discount here, but don't think it's now cheap because it's gone down. It's devalued. Shares of Plug Power tumbled in early Friday trading after the alternative energy company said it launched a 200 million stock offering following broader declines this year amidst questions about the state of its finances. In a filing late Thursday, which is trying to build out hydrogen energy, Plug, which is trying to build out hydrogen energy infrastructure, and they're doing a very good job at that, by the way. That includes production and storage, said it had cash and cash equivalents of approximately 62.4 million and restricted cash of approximately 956 million as of June 30th. Early Friday, the company said that the share offering priced at $2.54, which represents a 13% discount on Thursday's closing price of $2.92. Oh, hang on, we have a request here.
Donated £2.50 through a super chat. Stock review request, ticker, EC/stock, Ecopetrol, thumbs up.
Thank you, James. I'll come on to you in a moment. The value of the stock was 9.2 of Plug's Power market's capitalization of 2.17 billion at Thursday's close. Shares of Plug sank 16.4% in trading through Thursday, while the S&P 500 index has gained 16.2. Plug Power said it plans to use proceeds from the stock sale for general purpose, for general corporate purposes. That's a bit vague. Don't mind diluting the stock to build out the business, but not to pay wages and stuff like that and bonuses. We hope it's not that, but there we go. It also said it would give the offering's underwriters a 30-day option to buy up to 30 million in extra shares. Morgan Stanley is acting as the offering's book running manager. The company, in its most recent annual report in February, said it believed it had enough money to resolve earlier doubts about its ability to keep operating. Still, it has suffered losses for years and has cut jobs and costs. The company, as Barron's has noted, faces a hydrogen market that has yet to fully take off, and has also struggled to make sufficient amount of hydrogen on its own. Chief Executive Andy Marsh told Barron's that the company is losing money on each ton of hydrogen it has had to buy elsewhere amid the shortfall. Still, in May, Plug Power's surged after it said it landed a $1.6 billion conditional commitment for a Department of Energy loan guarantee. The company said it planned to use that long-awaited financial assistance to finance up to 6 green hydrogen production sites around the US. The loan guarantee will prove instrumental to grow and scale not only Plug's green hydrogen plant network, but the clean hydrogen industry in the United States, March said at the time. Now, my concern is, and we have to consider this now, let's look at the numbers before we talk about the concern. Revenue is 801. Let me zoom in a minute. 801. Oh, before I share that, I'll show you the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value is 4.31, would suggest undervalued, but there's no DCF valuation. We cannot rely on those numbers. I wish we could, but we can't. Net income is expected to increase. Operating income is expecting to increase. You can see it there. Revenue is expecting to increase considerably. Operating cash flow up 10%. All of this looks good. Balance sheet. 4.8 billion in assets, 1.9 billion in liability. So 50% is liability. If we look at cash, it's 172 million. We've got liabilities. Long-term debt is half a billion, 509.1. Long-term debt is 26. Now we're about to get interest rate cuts. That will be a major stimulus for Plug. That's a major stimulus for Plug. But their debt isn't out of control. If we scroll down, this is not a full review. Profitability is extremely low. We're not making any money, right? But they're not going to go bankrupt. Let's look at the short interest. We've got a short interest of 27.7. It's rising again. So with good news, this stock could rise. However, and we need to address quickly the elephant in the room. Last night, Donald Trump said, drill, baby, drill. He is focused on relighting the oil business. Will that affect hydrogen? I don't know. Honestly, I wish I had an answer. I don't know if Donald Trump will be pro this. If someone knows the answer to that, let me know. I don't know. But we do know he's more than likely to win the election. I'd say it's extremely likely. And we know he is pro-oil. I don't know what will happen to this. I wouldn't buy this stock unless it was under $2. I'd be waiting for further information. I'd rather pay $10 for it, knowing it's going to 100, than buy it for $2.49 and it could go to 0. Remember, the balance sheet is fine. The debt position is okay. They fixed a lot of those issues. We've got an overreaction. It comes down to what you think Donald Trump, a Republican Party, would do with this. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. So it remains to be seen. I would buy it under 2 if I was individual stock purchasing. I wouldn't buy it here. I would want to wait to get the earnings as we need. I'd rather pay more knowing it's fine. I do believe plug power and hydrogen is the future, but it depends in the short term what the new government are going to do, assuming that Donald Trump does win the election. So there's some unknowns. So what do you do right now? I don't know. I wouldn't be chasing it. It's an overreaction, but it's not a discount. It could go a lot lower. I wouldn't be buying it. I would not be buying this above $2, and I'd want to know more about Donald Trump's moves on it, and I'd also want to know more information as will be covered in the earnings, and we will cover the earnings. The earnings is, and we're going to cover it live, is August the 7th at the moment. That date could change. Click above my head. I'll give you all the links down below in the description over here and over here. I will cover the earnings. Join us live for that, and let's get more information to make an informed decision. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.